Welcome to Everything Football Show. I'm Olabanji. I'm here with J-Boy. So today we're going to be talking about Graham Potter and his time as Chelsea manager in so far. So he has been in charge of Chelsea since October. Abi? No, since October.
Um,
Yeah. So he has managed 29 games. 12 wins, 7 draws, 10 losses. His team has scored 31 goals and they've conceded 27. Chelsea lie 10th currently in the league and with 600 million spent. What do you
over
think about
over
his
time.
time so far?
It has been a little bit short of a disaster. Well, hopefully things can only get better from here. And the current like the last few games they played, I think they've been getting wins now. I think his season being okay or being anything short of a disaster relies on Champions League. I don't see them winning it, so I think the Chelsea board have already accepted it's going to be that the season they've already written of the season because they need a miracle to win the Champions League. And but I won't put it beyond Chelsea because the two times they won the Champions League was against all odds. So I won't write them off yet, but they will need a miracle.
Alright. So like you said, the board they've all but written off the season. Do you think their faith in Potter, like, do you think it's going to pay off eventually, or you think they should let him go like after the season ends?
I think they are saying they want to give. They went out of their way to like get rid of Tuchel to get him in. And I think if you do that, at least Todd Bowley really believes in him. Um, and if he should get rid of somebody like Tuchel to bring in someone like Potter, I think he should be given at least, let's say, like the first 3 months of next season before they decide. But I won't also hold it against them if they sack him.
Yeah, all right. So, like, what do you think the problem has been so far? Do you think the size of the squad has been an issue for Potter? Do you think the transfers have also played a part in the problem he's been having?
Definitely, the amount of incomings obviously will have an effect on because on what is going on. But then again, the guy doesn't look like someone that can like control, like demand respect from the players or demand things from them, and they will listen to him. It doesn't strike me as such a person. But that is just my point of view. He's the only one, and the Chelsea players are the only ones that know what's actually going on behind the scenes. But to me, it doesn't strike me as such a coach, and that's what I think will actually bring his downfall: his ability to demand respect from the players and actually for the players to follow him. But the last few fixture, I mean results, I think last 3 games they
Last
won.
3 games they won.
Yeah, so maybe they're just playing for their what they call it for their shirts, or they actually turn the corner. But it remains to be seen. I think the next few games will know. I think at the very least they should be able to qualify for Europa League still, but it will be difficult, yeah, because there are a lot of good clubs also struggling for such position.
For me, uh, it's more of a mental issue than it is a tactical issue. I mean, tactically too, like it's been found wanting, but mentally, like you said, he has to like convince the players that he's the right man, that his tactics are, his approach is the right approach. And coming from Brighton, a team where their opponents come out to play them, they often eat teams on counter. Now he's having to face teams defending, he's having to break down teams. So I feel like he, aside the players, he also has like job to do on his own end. But like if it does get sacked, like which manager do you think Chelsea should go for? With Enrique is available, Zidane, Pochettino, even Mourinho. Which manager do you think they should go for?
Well, like I said, I would give him time, but if they were desperate to get rid, I think
And
if I if
Ancelotti's contract is,
if I
very soon.
was in charge of Chelsea, I'll go back to Brighton to go and pick the person that is replaced him. I'll go for the Zerbi. I think he would, if the players allow him and they follow him. I think it will be an upgrade.
So you think the Zerbi is better than Potter?
Definitely.
Ooh. Wow. So like, which do you think like they still need players in the summer, and if you think like which position do you think they need to
If
improve on?
if FFP does their job, they shouldn't be able to sign anybody. They should first get rid of the, what do you call it? Some of the players, the French players they have in their team. Most of these loan players they have on loan, like Callum Hudson-Odoi. I don't think he has any place in that team anymore. They have to get rid of players. I don't really. The only position they should actually try and go for is I think a striker. Aside from that, you spend like 700 million. If you still need to spend, that means what you spent is rubbish, and that says a lot about those making the decision. Not because they said they didn't. Potter says they didn't really consult him before they made the sign, which I think says a lot about the club. I think this summer they should just focus solely on maybe a striker and a goalkeeper. Any other position, I think they've spent every other position. Maybe a midfielder as well, but
And it seems like they are going to keep counting
yeah, yeah. So a goalkeeper and a
the
striker.
striker. Yeah, I agree with that. I think they need to sell way more than. I think like this summer they should just focus on selling and maybe getting a striker.